This has been the most challenging and rewarding run that I've ever attempted in Hitman 3. Hey there everybody, this is the commentary track to the run where I explain some more of the advanced mechanics, but if you want to listen to it without the commentary, please click on the link in the description or it should pop up on your screen. But for now, here are the rules of the run. Come on, a little bit faster. Alright, number 1, silent assassin suit only or restart the entire run, which means if I don't get a perfect on any map, if I don't get the highest score you could get, I have to restart the entire run over again. It also means that I cannot change disguises. I have to stay in my suit. Number 2, no pacifications of non-targets. I'm not allowed to hurt or put to sleep anybody who is not my target. No innocents harmed. Number 3, if I find an item on the ground, I am not able to use it. I cannot toss it at somebody. I cannot drop it on the ground. But if it's a story item such as the fireworks, or car keys to lure targets into certain locations, I am allowed to use those. But otherwise, there's no point in picking anything up. Number 4, I am only allowed to start at the default start as though I've never played the game before, and I'm only allowed to bring the default pistol. It's the only item I can use. I can go pew 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 pew, and I can drop my pistol and pick it up. Number 5, I can only kill by breaking necks. I can go pew 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 all day, but I have to kill them eventually by breaking their neck. This is going to be all Season 1 maps. That is including freeform training, final test, all the way to Hokkaido. 8 total missions. I'm not the only person that's tried to do an endurance run like this before, but not with these conditions. And people in chat were suggesting ways to make this more difficult. Walk only. No items. Blind myself. Come on, I'm trying to make this interesting, not boring, and I think we found something pretty cool and exciting, so let's go. First up is freeform training, or the tutorial mission that I had to do about 100 times. I think I kind of understand the game now. I wait a little bit at the cutscene just to let the guards get into their positions to make my way on the boat a little bit easier. Go pew 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 at the explosive they conveniently give you, which just happens to be next to a flashbang. Rip my eyes. Anyways, these guards are too preoccupied by the explosive and the people on board are panicking, so they don't really mind you sneaking on through the front. If I didn't wait out the cutscene, there'd be a guard in the way here, but he is a little bit ahead of me, which, like I said, makes this route a little bit easier. Now, coming up ahead is Calvin Ritter. Sometimes he sees the panicked guards and doesn't go where I want him to, but this time I was lucky. Did 3 shots in front of him, which is going to put him in lockdown mode, and lockdown mode actually brings him right to me, so come on over here, Calvin. So during lockdown mode, the guards will surround the target, and after a brief moment where they use their combined brain power, they figure out where a good location is to bring the target to. Now this is a consistent spot on each map depending on where you lock down your target, and that position brings him straight over here. When you kill the target, the guards collectively know, part of the guard AI hive mind, they know exactly when I kill Calvin Ritter. So I have to hide his body immediately before they all start rushing in. Luckily, when they rush in, they kind of ignore this door over here, so it allows me to escape pretty easily. Upstairs is a helicopter made out of plywood and dreams that I use to make my escape. Alright, second map. This is the final test. After this, I'm done with the game? No? Okay. What I'm doing here is panicking the guards. I'm shooting 3 shots in the window. It panics all of these guys, panics the civilians, and when they become panicked, they become blind. It also is true if you shoot them in the leg. Shoot guards in the leg, make them blind, just run right by them. And this room is our target, pretty easy to get to. There's a guard in here, shoot the wall. Make him stare at paint for a bit while we snap our target's neck. Now, in order to escape, we have to go back by all those panicked guards. No way, man. We're gonna panic more guards. Shoot 3 shots in that room. Shoot 3 shots over there to make them turn their heads. The whole base is panicked now. Just run out. And that's the goofy strategy of this map. Just make everybody panic. Go in guns a-blazing, and you're silent assassin somehow. All that stands between you and your way out is just a couple of fences that you have to jump over. There's a guard over here that sometimes might be at the corner to catch you, but duck through these conveniently placed bushes, jump over another fence, and make your way to an actual car this time. It's not made out of plywood and dreams. Although How am I going to leave when it's parked like this?
Alright, let's go!
Alright, we've graduated from the tutorial. There's no more learning to be done. We're in Paris. And we have to wait out the full cutscene. Again, this is to make people move into positions that I want them to be in. There's some guards upstairs near the fireworks that will catch me if I do not let them go along their path long enough. So, just show this guy my card. Here you go. I am dressed for the occasion and ready to mingle. So there's just going to be a little bit of running here for a bit until we get to where we need to be, but I will say that there is a key item on this map that we will be using. It is the fireworks. It's used to lure Dahlia and to lure Victor out to the back of the palace, where we will get our 2 kills. Now I need to get over here to the left. I need to go down that hallway, and the one way to do that is, of course, to panic that guard. He's kind of in a bad spot, so just go into the other room, shoot through the glass, shoot the wall. He panics, but luckily, he doesn't have enough time to see you run right by him. There's some stairs up here, which you can use to quickly, well, go upstairs. And the fireworks remote is where we're headed to. It's on a table located next to a guard and located next to a technician. We waited for those guards to move on off in the distance, so they are out of the way. Just shoot that case over to the left so you can run up behind them and steal the fireworks remote detonator. Quickly make your way to the back because there is a guard that patrols the hallway there. Duck around this guy so he doesn't see you do anything weird. Because when you get out on the balcony, you're going to shoot this column. That's going to make the guard from upstairs start moving downstairs. He hears it. And he really wants to investigate what's going down below him. Meanwhile, before I jumped onto this ledge, I activated the fireworks. I'm going upstairs now because Dahlia wants to see the fireworks happen. She's going to go out to the balcony and investigate what's going on exactly because they are going off at the wrong time. I have interrupted the schedule. And with the guard out of the way, it's as simple as closing these glass doors right here and punching her in the... and nobody really cares. Nobody on the inside cares as long as those doors are closed. Now, I am taking the pipe down because Victor is very interested as well as why these fireworks are going off at the wrong time. So he's going to make his way out back, and we are going to meet him in this room. There he is. His bodyguard's right next to him, but body blocked. Keep his bodyguard over here. We'll deal with him in a little bit. We had to wait for Victor to start going into his little rant, or else he will be alerted. So this is a weird thing with legacy guards. If you flash your pistol like I'm doing right now, they will be alerted, but they will not be hostile. I still have green guns, I still have SA, but I'm able to go out and kill Novikov while his bodyguard is kind of stunned and confused of why a guy just ran by him and flashed his pistol. After that, just make sure this guy's turned by shooting copter and not shooting floor, and make your exit. Here we are in good old Sapienza. Now, there's not really much to the beginning of this run. You want to get to the control panel for the observatory as soon as possible. I accidentally made a mistake in this run and went the wrong way. I realized it a little too late, but we're going to do a mud shot on this door. Usually you have to open up with a key card, but it was pretty recent that a community member Mud-Eye discovered that if you shoot and then go into the pause menu, it eliminates the buffer between shots. It cancels the time needed between each shot, so you can shoot 2 of them really fast. And the way doors work in this game is that they are assigned kind of like a life total, if I can explain it like that. And if you can do an amount of damage to its life within a set period of time, it opens up. So for weaker guns like the Krugermeyer, you might need to do it 3 times. Stronger guns like the sniper rifle, you don't even need to do it at all. Of course, explosives open it up with 1 detonation because they do enough damage. I'm going to do it again here. That's just me prepping my exit so I can get out a little bit faster. We do have a little bit of time to wait on this map. I have to wait for Silvio to get into a place where I can kill him in the observatory. And I also have to wait for Francesca De Santis to get into her position, which is like behind a desk. So just climbing some pipes and heading up to Silvio's office right now. Unfortunately, we will be waiting here a little bit while Franny goes through Silvio's papers and stuff like that to figure out what he's actually up to. But this kill right here, It's not the best kill. I think I saw this one from CJ when he was doing his fiber wire runs. You just wait out in the office a little bit. She starts to plunder around, loot around, look around, you know. She'll eventually go behind a desk and her guard will walk out of the way. And when her guard that is in the room right there starts walking out of the way and into a corner, that's when you burst into the room, break her neck, and dump her body into a bin. And she's almost there now. It's the next place that she walks to. And when her guard starts looking at the corner like a good boy, you break her neck. Don't do it too soon or he'll turn around and catch you. Wait for him to get to that corner, and then you can dump her body. Now Silvio over there is just about ready to get into place. So there's not that much time between kills, luckily. So we hurry up and hop down and see what Silvio's up to. He is a little bit harder to kill because the way guards work in Season 1, after you kill the target, they will look for the body. They will be drawn to it like a magnet. And I have two guards here guarding both entrances to the way up to the observatory. So how am I going to get in? Go ahead and pause and make your prediction because this is a doozy. I'm going to abuse the gun flash glitch, at the same time do a ceiling shot. So Silvio gets lured to the ceiling shot while the guard is too panicked to care about me running right by him.
Music sounds serious, but it's really not.
So that's Silvio basically down. I can't snap his neck here because his guard is directly below me. The guard will hear that and start rushing up, so I have to pull him back a little bit, then break his neck. Now that I've broken his neck, the guards will undergo this sort of routine. He does this every time. He like runs underneath here and he tells his buddy about what the hell's going on. The other guy gets alerted. But at the same time, when he's running below, I can take Silvio and dump him into that crate. Now, Silvio's dumped. They go through another routine where they go to some weird default lookout spots. Now, that one is a little hard to explain, and the way I came up with it is I was killing Franny DeSanti up there. If you alert the VIP guards after the VIP has been knocked out or eliminated, they will still try and lock down the VIP. So they go into their default lockdown spots, doing the best job that they can, not knowing that I've already eliminated who they're trying to protect. Now, this is the virus boss up here. It's the hardest boss in the game. And no, I'm not going to break the virus's neck. Don't even... People suggested that all the time in chat. You can't break the virus's neck. But anyways... If you're lucky and you don't kill the guy behind the virus by shooting the virus 5 times and missing, it's an easy escape.
Alright, good luck, Linux. Oh shit.
Welcome to Marrakesh 47. We've made it. The worst map in the game. No, it's not the worst map, but it ranks below, like pretty low on my list. For it being such an open map, there's limited ways to get to your targets, and you have to fight through these crowds. Most of the speedrunning is going through the crowds faster than the other person, and the crowds are random. Salami. And you will hear the same voice lines over and over again. I don't want snail soup. I don't want your pots and pans. That guy just runs a snail shop. Bankers are cankers. And we're about to run up here and put Klaus into lockdown. The easiest way to put him into lockdown is just to shoot him, even though I miss a couple of times. Hey, nobody's perfect. But when you do put him into lockdown, the guard AI is thinking about where to go. So if you shoot in front of some other guards like this, they will get stunned. They will be confused about why you were shooting a pistol in front of them and become blind. There's something about this game where the collective brain power of the guards overrides the brain power of other guards and just makes them stupid. Now you just mudshot open a couple of more doors, shoot this wall right here to make that guard really analyze the cracks and divots and imperfections in that wall. Mudshot open this door, and inside the school over here to the left, we have to turn on a microphone system so that these guards in here, they're having a private conversation about their superior. We're just going to make sure that they share that with the entire school. And their superior, of course, doesn't like that, so he's going to come in and check on him. But he's going to be a creeper and come upstairs and... I'm just knocking this toilet into the hole for no reason. Look, there's no reason to do that. It's just for fun. If you see the toilet, just kick it. It doesn't matter. But he is on his way upstairs. Like I said, he's going to be a creeper. Look down into the hole, see exactly who is sharing their thoughts with the entire school before eventually making his way down to chew them out. But in the meantime, he's coming up here. He's isolating himself. You know what that means. We're going to break his neck. And we're going to do it with the peekaboo strategy. I'm going to allow him to see me just for a little bit.
No, he isn't, Slob.
He is going to see me duck behind the toilet stalls over here, and he's going to wonder, who is that charming bald man with the coat that looks like it's about to fall apart? And when he does come and investigate, grab him, break his neck. Simple as that. Now, nobody comes up here into the bathroom, so you are safe to leave him exactly where he is. They'll find him eventually, just I'll be gone by that time. Now, there's some truck keys over to the left, in that room over to the left over there that we need to pick up to make our exit, but we have a little bit of time to wait. As you can see, Klaus has a fire under his butt right now. He is running to his lockdown. Still hasn't gotten there yet, and we've already gotten one kill. So I'm going to do a little bit of a time skip. Okay, the guard in front of me is turned around. He is walking away. That allows me to go into this room. This guy right here, I'm going to let him see me for a little bit, which is going to make him turn his head. Usually he'll follow me, but if he doesn't follow me, it's not that much of a problem. I'll just wait for him to get bored at looking at that desk and return to what he's doing. But when you get the keys, make your way back into the room where you killed Reza, hop out the window, jump on down. We're going to set up the Klaus kill here in a second, but there is a guard, like you remember, there's a guard that was staring at the wall. Well, we can't make him stare at the wall again or he panics, so I shoot him instead. That's going to grab his attention. He's going to think about his life for a little bit, you know, have a real existential crisis. Are we the good guys? Am I doing the right thing? And eventually he'll snap back to his senses and try and figure out where that bullet came from that hit him in the chest. In the meantime, we just have to wait for Klaus. So one more time skip. Okay, Klaus is coming out of lockdown right now, and he brings one guard with him. And since he's only bringing one guard with him, that means we can do a couple of things. We can do a bullet impact distraction for the guard, but I choose to do the goofier thing, and I'm going to put down a gun in front of Klaus, because Klaus is from Sweden, and he hates guns. That's going to make him tell his bodyguard to pick up the gun and do away with it. While the guard is picking up the gun, I'm going to grab Klaus from around the corner, snap his neck, and make my exit all within like 5 seconds. Sit back, relax, and watch this unfold.
Now, I imagine you can do a impact distraction here, a bullet impact distraction, but not sure exactly where to do that. I haven't tested it, but I know this one works. No. He's from Sweden.
I found this weapon lying around. That's just irresponsible.
Oh, they're just irresponsible.
Understood.
Sounds like Eeyore when he says understood.
Damn.
It's kind of depressed about it, really. He didn't even wait around. What the hell, man?
Now, you only have a couple of seconds before his guard walks around the corner and spots his body, so I am spamming the inventory fast interaction escape right there.
Get caught instantly.
And here we are in beautiful Bangkok.
That would be cool.
But I don't want to be here. I absolutely hate it. This level is almost... Well, this level is just as bad as Marrakesh, maybe even worse, because it has worse contracts. However, the kill coming up here with Ken is pretty unique. I'm going to put the gun on the ground, allow Ken to see it. Ken's going to report it to the bodyguard. Bodyguard's going to report it to a guard. In the meantime, Ken's going to wait in a destination for the guard to come and pick up the gun. And when he's on the way to that location, in an obscure place, behind these plants, I'm going to break his neck. Ken's bodyguard happens to be a little bit deaf. He may also be a little bit blind. Ken, you gotta hire some better people. Now I need to dump Ken's body. In order to do that, I need to make sure nobody's looking. So I shoot into that building to make sure the worker is preoccupied with staring at a wall instead of me tossing a body over this railing. Whew, that was a lot. Okay, a lot just happened there in a few seconds, and some of the more advanced Hitman players might be wondering really about the mechanics of that whole situation. So, let me break it down just a little bit. While we are on our way up to Jordan, if a VIP guard is waiting for another guard to come in and pick up a gun that he has just reported, That somehow interrupts the tether between the VIP and the VIP guard. So more seasoned players would know that that guard would try and find Kin's body, but like I said, it interrupted the routine. So if you wait a few seconds after he reports it to he gets off the phone call with the other guard. If you wait a few seconds, he will then continue the previous routine that he had, which was drinking that glass of water. So that guard is now stuck drinking a glass of water forever. He is in his own private little hell of total hydration. All right, for this guy right here, I just want you to shoot him in the butt. There's a reason for it. It's because I want to change everybody's routine on this level to try and get the timing down right for when I want to leave. However, this run, that didn't exactly work out, but for previous runs, they do get lined up a little bit better if you shoot him in the butt. So shoot him in the butt. We are now up to where Jordan's currently residing, his level of occupancy. And it's one of the main reasons I hate this map. It's a long way to get up to him. There's only one good entrance. You have to weave through a bunch of different lines of sights, get your timing down just right. And as you can see, I've almost got caught multiple times. I did get caught multiple times during previous runs. This level, it sucks. This level sucks. But what I'm doing now is I'm making my way through a couple of different apartments. I'm going to do a long peekaboo on Jordan here. So he's going to just see a dirty bum-looking bald man standing in his bathroom with a gun pointed at him. And what do you think he's going to do? You think he's going to run away? No, he's going to be a little curious. He's going to get the question mark over his head. And he's going to want to walk towards the guy with the gun. Okay. But when he does get into his bathroom, in order to save a little bit of time, don't choke him out and then snap his neck. Just punch him in the face. Nobody hears it.
Security!
But that is basically it for Jordan Cross. You can leave him in the bathroom. His guard will not check on him in time. We will be on the boat to Colorado, which is a much more fun and exciting level. Can you believe it? One of the harder levels in the game is a lot more fun than this stinker right here. I can. But really, the rest of the level is just evading a whole bunch of lines of sight, getting some swooshes and knowing that you're not going to get caught right here. That's a pretty big swoosh, but you have nothing to worry about. And if everything goes well, and you will see right here, it did not really go well for me. I actually lost a lot of time right here. If everything goes well, when you get down on this pipe, this guy will still be bending over the desk and analyzing whatever he's looking at, He will be distracted, but no, he just happens. He happens to want to look at the monkeys and listen to the freaking tigers outside when I want to climb back up. So what am I supposed to do in this situation? Well, I hang out. 47 is working on his forearms. He's working on his finger strength. Meanwhile, the guy above me is trying to do some bird watching when I need him to move out of the way. However, when he does eventually move out of the way, it's a pretty fun escape. So because I get in and I shoot him in the butt again. Now him screaming panics the other guys in the other room. They hear another gunshot, which makes them not be able to catch me run through here. Obviously, you should know that. If you hear a bunch of gunshots coming in the next room, then the guy running out of the room with the gun in his hand is not the guy who made the gunshots, of course. It makes sense. Do not question the Hitman logic. Just accept it, use it as a tool, and move on. Anyways, I'm going to time skip here because that is the end of Bangkok, and the rest of the run is literally just a run to the exit. Hey, it's everybody's favorite map, Colorado, and here's how you can tell the difference between a seasoned player and a new player. A new player hates this map. They can't go anywhere. They get caught all the time. Everybody's carrying guns. They die constantly. A seasoned player knows how free this map is. There's lots of disguises that let you roam around the map pretty much freely. And as you can see right here, I'm in my suit only. I'm just jogging around in my suit while there's tons of guys around me with guns. And every zone is a trespassing zone, but I'm able to just run freely throughout this map. It is a lot less constricting than new players think. I'm headed to the house right now so we can quickly set up our first kill, which is going to lead to a large, very large chain of peekaboos. If you do this route, you will understand peekaboos. What I'm doing here is taking out my pistol so I don't do the drop-down animation. It saves me about 0.5 seconds. It's a speed run. Every millisecond matters. Now the first target that we're after is Penelope, and it's a pretty cool way to get her. I need to get through this window, but there's two people kind of staring at it. So what I do is I turn their heads by shooting the doorway, so I'm able to climb through. Now when I climb through, I quickly make my way to this room right here, so they don't see me. Now they are going to report that bullet impact back to Penelope, and when she turns, I'm going to rush in and break her neck. Alright, now you have to be fast. You only have a limited amount of time to get her body into this crate, and then make your way to the other room so we can set up Ezra. And we have to set up Ezra in a way so he will stare at us through the door. So what I do is I do a shot here on the post. Ezra tells his bodyguard to check out that bullet impact, and meanwhile he resets his animation. When he's resetting his animation and relighting a cigarette, he is able to see me through this door. And I am able to pull him into the house. It's really complicated, but it works out sometimes.
Yeah, run could be a wreck right here, depending on where he stops.
So I had to do some quick thinking because it didn't quite work out. He didn't go in as far as I wanted him to, but as long as I'm able to close those doors, nobody's going to hear me knock him out, even if his head smashes through the glass. Like I said, this level really is a speed run, so you have to quickly make your way to the next target or you're not going to make it there in time. So coming up with this strategy was pretty cool because it is late in the run, and I would like to remind people that if I rip a level, which means if I don't get a perfect score on a level, I have to restart the run all over again. So I had a couple of backup strategies with this map in particular, just in case I didn't pull Ezra correctly or if I pulled him in late. We were, however, able to get him at a really good time so we can do it the fast way. It's just dodging a whole bunch of view cones at the moment while we make our way over to Sean Rose. Sean Rose is about to finish up his conversation with the demolition team. And when he finishes, he's going to make his way over to Mayo to have a meeting with her. On his way, we are going to do another... This is a sick peekaboo right here, alright? This is a sick isolation of peekaboo right here if you want to use this in Roulette Rivals. Roulette Rivals is a community-run competition. You can find a link to the Discord in the description. So just peekaboo Sean here. You can also see out the window to the left in case you missed him in the first window. But it's just going to be a little bit of wait while he casually investigates who was pointing a gun at him. Who was that mysterious bald man? I better check. And when he comes in here, he's going to be completely isolated. Nobody comes in here. Alright, nobody. You can punch him in the face or you can break his neck. I chose to break his neck.
Seems fine.
And on the way out, you just got to be careful of the guy to the left over there. We're making our way to the final target in Colorado. And luckily, she is just getting into position too, so we can peekaboo her. When we get over to the barn, we will make it there just in time to pull her. So you gotta be quick after you kill Sean. Be careful about the view cones on the way, because there's a couple of guys on the other side of the fence that can spot you pretty much instantly.
She's going to be in the perfect...
But there she is. Now we're already peekabooing her. We just got here and we're peekabooing her. And bring her around the corner over here. She's going to follow where you are running to. And when she just starts to round the corner there, that is the perfect spot where nobody will see her body. You might have to drag her a little bit, but you can just knock her out. Get wrecked. And that is it. All 4 targets in Colorado in under 5 minutes with just your pistol and breaking necks only. It's all peekaboo strats. It's all pretty easy to set up. I'm going to do a 3-shot panic right here just to make my exit a little bit smoother. These guys are going to get stuck staring at the beautiful landscape of the majestic mountains of Colorado.
And this
guy, I'm just going to ruin his day. I'm just going to shoot his leg and run behind him. Now, usually that would get you spotted, but since I did a 3-shot panic all the way back in the grass over there, he's going to think that I shot his leg from back in that patch of grass. Because they are still processing and thinking about where I actually took that shot from, so he's going to join them in finding me in that patch of grass, which lets me get by. This is Hokkaido, the last map. Thank God. I am almost done with this stupid run, this garbage run. Jesus
Don't
Christ.
expect me to read chat right now.
Yuki's up here. We're gonna do something funny for her. You remember that gun flash thing that we did all the way in Sapienza? We're gonna do something similar. Separate Yuki from her bodyguards by playing a little minigame. The minigame is called bumping into each of them a whole bunch and making sure that they don't take a single step forward, while at the same time make sure they actually see my gun so they get frozen. That's a pretty long name for a minigame. I don't think it's really going to catch on as a title. How that works is very similar to the way it happened in Paris. Yuki is in a conversation right now, so she is de-linked from her guards. If you alert her guards any sooner when she, like before she starts that conversation, she will be alerted with them. They will still be tethered. Now, I need to isolate Yuki, and I also need to get into that room, but luckily she has a key. As soon as she gets close to that door, it's going to open up. But I can't just grab her neck. I have to punch her. Okay, I have to. That's the only way I can get her pulled into this apartment in time. If you choke her out, one of her guards sees her, or a guy around the corner comes around, and you just don't have enough time. Punching is faster. Now for the second part of the strat. There's two ways to kill Soders. One, well, there's three. Okay, there's multiple ways to kill Soders. You can throw an explosive at the wall. Everybody knows that one. But I am doing neck snaps. So I can either do the reveal, which like shocks him to death, it's not really a neck snap, or I can make my way down to the heart, which is sub-level. There's a replacement heart. Soders is getting surgery. He needs that heart to survive. So what we're going to do is go down to the sub-level, grab the heart, rip it out of its container, throw it in the trash. That's going to be like our neck snap for Soders. So if you're following along, this is one of the quicker ways to the morgue. You can also go through the restaurant, but you have to panic a lot of people, and I'm just not having that. This is the last level of the run. And we are actually, forget all that, we are going to do some panic strats because it is a little bit faster, but I think it is, I truly believe that this can be consistent, all right? This is the easy, fast way into the heart, okay? Just shoot in there a couple of times, have these guards be panicked, and just, you know, walk right in.
Thank you. Thank you, Jesus.
We lost him. He's long gone.
Now, at this part in the run, I am extremely relieved because there's a couple of different ways that those guys can disperse out of that room, and luckily they took one of the better ways. Now, there is a guard up here, and I'm going to do a 3-shot panic on him just so he doesn't do a weird head turn as I'm getting on the skis. And at this point,
Oh, thank you.
literally this point, I know that I am
God,
done.
thank you.
I am
Jeez.
I am popping off, man.
Yes.
That is it, man. I can focus on other
finally done
things.
with this, man.
This run's done. I might do season 2. There's another project that I'm working on called Hitman Bingo. I'm going to have a competition for that coming out soon. I want to make another video on like the history of the muffin boost. I want to have that coming out soon. I have the simple speedrun violin thing video that's going to be part of the muffin boost history thing. Anyways, you guys stick around. There's some exciting videos coming out on the YouTube. So please like, follow, subscribe, hit the little bell. Hopefully I see some of you guys on Twitch. And if I don't see you there, please enjoy the videos that I will be releasing soon. Have a good night.